everyone, and this video is, as you're seeing, it's going to be in English. And I just thought of sharing some things that have been brewing inside my head. As a child in high school, there were these elementary and intermediate exams that we had to give, and these exams were for people who liked drawing and painting and were thinking of pursuing a career in the field of illustrations and art. Why am I talking about all this when I'm supposed to be talking about music and not like drawing? But I want to show you how there can be parallels between two things, and I think you'll be able to relate in a much better way. I still remember one of the subjects that we had for the drawing exams were called still life drawing. Okay, so what generally happened is they would keep some objects. Okay, some lifeless objects were kept and we had to draw these objects. Okay, so it would test our observation skills, our proportion, the way we could shade, and we could show the light effect, right? So these were the things that were kind of examined through this subject. Okay, and it reminds me of how, as students of music, we learned a song. It's like the original singer and the composer have already kept that song in front of you, like the objects are kept, this thing is kept, and all you have to do is you have to observe it, learn it that way, and put it on your canvas. Obviously, when you're learning a song, you have to again focus on proportions, because the singer's pitch is different and your pitch is different, so you have to transpose it to a pitch that is suitable for you. That in itself is a huge skill. Also, your voice modulation, the way in which you bring expression in that song is tested in this kind of skill. So you have to develop all these tools in order to learn a song. And then there is the second subject, okay, and in the elementary and intermediate examination terms, this subject was called memory drawing. So on one hand you have still life, and on the other hand you have memory drawing. In memory drawing, we weren't given any kind of object in front of us. All that was given to us was like a framework. We were given a framework in which we had to keep those things in mind and then draw, right? So for example, in memory drawing, let's say we had this framework that draw a mother and child buying vegetables from a vendor. That was it. That was all that we had, and then we had to imagine and draw. So in this kind of paper, our skill set of memorizing, imagining, right, and drawing human figures, all of that was tested. And I feel when you learn raagdari music, when you learn rags, that is essentially like learning to draw memory drawing, right? So when you're learning a rag, you are given a framework of a particular set of notes and particular phrases and a bandish perhaps, but then you have to use your imagination, your creativity, your memory in a way which suits the framework and which helps you to elaborate the framework. Now for a beginner, even when you're learning memory drawing and you go to drawing classes and tell the teacher that, hey, listen, I need to get trained in memory drawing, can you help me? The teacher will essentially draw something for you and then you have to copy. So in the initial stages, mimicry or imitation is very basic to any kind of genre. Okay, so if you are learning a rag, don't think that in the first go itself you will start doing it with your imagination and with your creativity. The teacher will keep something in front of you, will draw a certain thing and give it to you, and then you kind of try to imitate, you try to make a copy of it, and gradually as your skills develop, as your maturity develops, as you start marinating in that subject, right? The more you marinate, the more it comes to you, that kind of a thing. And then your way of expression, as you experience life also, the way you put your thoughts will start becoming different, will start becoming more elaborate, will start refining in a particular way. So that's how I see rag music. Remember, as children, we were made to draw this scenery drawing, though it's like kind of memory drawing, but everyone's scenery was the same, two mountains and a river and like a small house and a coconut tree. But then gradually, as people who stuck to it and who started enjoying that subject, their imagination of scenery, their interpretation of scenery changed a lot, and they came up with so many different things. So as you grow as an artist, your rag also kind of changes in spirit and grows more, right? So this is what I can think of when you say the approach to a song versus an approach to a rag. This is how it's different. Now you can't really say that, oh, drawing portraits and drawing a still life is it's so easy, versus memory drawing is something that's really challenging, or vice versa. So the artists who are able to draw still life and still life and portraits might not be very good at memory drawing, and the artists who can draw memory drawing very well might not be very good at still art. So they are very different approaches, and you need to approach both of them slightly differently. Okay, though the basics, yes, like in drawing, the strokes that you do, yeah, the fluidity in your strokes, that is something basic and will be applicable to both. As an artist, that's something fundamental that you need to master. So even in music, your sense of tune and rhythm is something fundamental you'll have to master, but beyond that, the approaches to any genre is different, and there's no inferior or superior in it. What is your opinion on this? I would definitely like to listen to it. So in the comment section, you can tell me, and that's it for today's video. See you!